Hello, welcome to Happier Ladies Camp Pod.
We're celebrating the summer season with a week of short and sweet daily episodes.
This week we're sharing our favorite hot weather and vacation vibes, hacks, memories, and musings.
I'm Azizi Williams. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a mom of two, soon to be an empty nester, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world. I'm here with my sister, Malika Amandi.
That's me. I'm a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a newish mom, and I work in higher ed. In this episode, we share a summer memory.
Okay, Malika, so what are some of your favorite summer memories?
The one that stands out to me is my junior year of high school. Before I started my senior year, I did a program called LEAD, which stood for Leadership, Education, and Development. It was like a pre-business program for students of color. Then we were called minorities at that time,
Semantics.
who were interested in learning about business. And I didn't know a ton about it, but you did it ahead of me. So I knew that it existed, and it was just kind of a given that I was going to apply for this program and do it too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you applied for different campuses and then you got selected somewhere. And I ended up going to Northwestern in Evanston, Illinois. I think that was like the first time I had a real like sleepaway camp experience. Like I had done some little like church camps for a few days where I was like a counselor in training or something. But this was my first time where I'm like, it's for me, it's about me, like away from home, you get a roommate. I was doing business stuff. We had like blazers, I had suits, like
Doing business stuff.
it was a really like well thought out program. We were in the business school, the Kellogg School of Business, and our teachers were all real professors in the business school who were volunteering to help the next generation or whatever. But it was just so much fun. I think it was the first time I felt like really individuated and meeting other Black students, Black and brown students who were like similar to me from other parts of the country and having this like sense of community. And I learned a lot about business. And I think that really impacted me at like my trajectory forward and how I thought about a lot of things, entrepreneurship and stuff. But it was just, I've got these vignettes of like fireworks at Navy Pier, and like we had a big barbecue at somebody's house, the dean's house, and there were like teenager shenanigans. It was just very like teenage summer, like a crush on somebody, holding hands on the beach, like
Yes.
all those little moments that just, it seems so much more like salient, I guess, because I wasn't at home,
Right.
Lots of bus trips. We visited like the S.C. Johnson Wax Company and like
Mm-hmm.
Johnson and Johnson. But like it was very fun. I think in general, my birthday is in the summer. You would think I would have a lot of birthday memories, but I don't for some reason. But this really stood out to me as like just a formative and fun, summery time. It was my first time really in the humidity.
Oh, yeah.
That has its own thing. And I remember this purple blazer suit that I had from like Liz Claiborne or something that mommy
Yeah.
picked out for me.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in on your memory because it's bringing up all kinds of memories of my lead experience. And absolutely, we, found out about it, applied. I got in, but I got it assigned to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. I have the same memories as you, except yeah, like I remember mommy being very excited to take me to Nordstrom's, and we got like some business shoes and a blazer also.
Yes.
And the packing was next level. And because we were in Michigan, spent time at the Ford company. Like we went to all these car companies and
Yeah.
talked with their executives and their C-suites and learned about the car industry. And we did some pharmaceutical tours and things like that. But I agree with you. It was just like in the summer, magical things happened back
Yeah.
then. And I have this distinct memory of two of the people in my cohort wanted to check out Northwestern because they maybe were applying there. And so they petitioned to get to go to Northwestern for a weekend, like on the
Oh.
train. And I remember that the counselors were like, "Okay, you guys can go, but you have to take Azizi with you."
You were the grown-up? You were,
Well,
like, the
the thing
chaperone?
was, I think that they were really into each other, and so they're like,
Oh,
because I was like, "I wanna go. I wanna go see Chicago," you
that's
know?
funny.
So the 3 of us got to take a train to the lead program in Northwestern.
You were the 3rd wheel.
I was definitely the 3rd wheel. I don't think I was totally aware of it at the time because I was so excited that I got to go on this other trip within this trip, and it just added to that I'm a grown-up now
Yeah.
feel, but that was an amazing, amazing program. I agree with you.
The people who I was with that summer, when Facebook came out later, we all connected on Facebook, and those are some of the people that I still stayed in touch with throughout college, like, before I was off social media, like, but we
Yeah.
had formed really strong bonds over that summer, so that was fun.
It's so cool, and obviously, like, I was 6 years ahead of you,
Yeah,
and so it was way before social media, and I didn't keep up with any of the people from that program, but I'm so glad that you got to.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun. Alright, well, let's take a quick break, and when we get back, Azizi will share a summer memory. Azizi, how's your dinner game these days?
Well, Malika, I used to struggle with what to cook for dinner.
You're cooking now?
Okay. Actually, my husband used to struggle with what to make for dinner. I mean, meal planning, grocery lists, yuck. But then we found Prep Dish. It's a weekly meal planning service that tells you exactly what to cook. And now they've partnered with Instacart, so your grocery list becomes a ready to go online cart.
Ooh, what's in your cart, Azizi?
All of the Prep Dish ingredients, plus I can add energy drinks, chili crisp, lipstick, whatever, and check out in just a few clicks. Shopping online is so fun. The meals are family friendly, healthy, and super easy to prep. Dinner is easy to make, and now we look forward to new tasty meals.
Prep Dish is offering our listeners 2 weeks free. Just head to prepdish.com/happierladies to sign up. Again, that's prepdish.com/happierladies.
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. Start converting your B2B audience today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started today at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
And we are back. Azizi, what is your memorable summer moment?
And Malika, it's very similar to yours in that it's the summer between my junior and senior year in high school, which maybe is like a universally formative summer
Yes. Maybe
for,
that's why they have so many programs focused on that year.
yeah, because you are transitioning from high schooler to looking ahead at your
Yeah.
future in a unique way. And so I had that lead experience in Michigan then. And then I also got to take a trip to New York to spend time with a family friend who had a son that was the same age as me.
Oh.
And I just got to spend, I think it was like 3 weeks in New York. I stayed in Staten Island. This was with Belden and the lady and
Jabri?
Debris, their son, who was like my tour guide, because in New York is different. You just go places. Like teenagers, kids are on the subway, you're taking public
Yeah.
transportation. You have access to so many things. And it's different in LA when you're not driving and you don't have a car. Your life is very closed. Like your world is very small. And so I got to experience what it felt like to be able to go to the different boroughs and just to go see these sites on public transportation with just him and I. And I mean, I felt like such a grown up. like just my whole everything was all my senses were engaged. It was the most exciting time. And it was really lovely because I stayed on Staten Island, so I got to see Staten Island and Belden, who was the dad, was the director of the children's garden in Staten Island or something.
Oh,
So
cool.
I also volunteered sometimes with kids in this botanical garden in Staten Island, and it was so beautiful. I remember big sunflowers and just these nature programs and how lovely it was to be, yes, experiencing humidity and this
Right.
whole other culture and way of life without my family and, kind of feeling on my own with this newfound sense of independence. So that's a strong memory that I have about the summer, and it's funny because my time in New York is always somehow in the summer, like, when I did my graduate
That's
program, I've talked about
true.
that before. It was over the summer, and I have never seen a fall on the East Coast before. I've never seen
What?
I've been to your place in the winter time, but
You
the
came
fall
here in
feels
the
like
fall. You and I, Leia,
I
did
don't think
college
so.
visits when we first moved, like, in September,
Okay,
October.
that's true. I guess it felt like a whirlwind because we were just driving like mad to
Yeah,
get from one college to the next, and we didn't go into the city, right?
right.
I saw the New Jersey Turnpike.
Okay.
We drove from upstate New York all the way down to Maryland and saw like 5 different colleges along the way. So you're right, that was like in September,
Yeah,
but the leaves hadn't turned.
right.
So that distinct kind of New York fall vibe I haven't experienced.
Well, we'll get you out here soon enough in the
One
fall,
day.
one day.
Yes,
It's a busy time
it
for
turns
you.
out it's busy time for me in school,
Yeah.
but I do hope to see it one day, and I think that time was so formative for me, and so I really worked hard to make sure that my daughters got to do something
Mm.
like that fun and exciting between their junior and senior year, and unfortunately for Ilea, it was pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
But she did do a program, but it was online, and, we went to an Airbnb in San Francisco, and she got to do it from there, so at least it felt like she was getting away, but she didn't get that true experience. And Sinai did a program in New York at Fordham.
That's
She
right.
did the New York Times journalism program between her junior and senior year, so that is a formative time. I encourage any family who can to think about providing opportunities for kids.
That's right. Norm and I visited her.
Yeah, you guys got to what was it? It was your anniversary or
It was my
something? What was
birthday.
it? Oh, right. It was your bir That's right, it was your birthday.
Yeah,
It was so cool to get to connect with
that
Sinai on
was
that
fun.
way.
We were like she came out of her dorm and had her name tag on. We're like, "Maybe you should put the name tag away when we're out, like, when you're on your own." And she was like,
Yeah,
"Oh, okay."
the street smarts, Malika, the street smarts. I worry about
Yeah.
that as she heads off to college, but she'll figure it out.
That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, good memories.
Well, I'm gonna share a summer recommendation. This is simple, very
Great.
actionable. It's made a big difference for me. Pick a signature summer cup and stay hydrated with ice water. So, I saw this purple cup at Starbucks. It was calling to me for a long time, and I held off because we've got a lot of cups and bottles and thermoses. But there was something about this one that I was just like, I could really see myself with this cup for a long time. And it's big, it's like the venti size. It's textured, which I really like. I don't have a
Yes.
textured cup. But anyway, I did buy it eventually, and it's just been my constant companion. Part of this is like pregnancy. I'm thirstier than I've ever been in my life, and
Mm,
I've got like a mandate to stay hydrated.
yes, very
But
important.
I just fill it up and like drinking water from a water bottle that's just like room temperature is like the grossest thing. I just can't do it. It feels like foul. But I
Oh,
to me, for whatever reason, but somehow having ice cold water, it's like very good and refreshing.
yeah.
So I like fill it up with ice. I've been adding electrolytes in there too sometimes. But even just ice cold water has never been so important to me. Like
Hmm.
that's not a thing, and maybe it'll fade after this season, but I think the cup itself is really important too.
That's making it more
Yeah,
fun. So describe the cup. It's textured, it's purple.
I'll share a picture of it. It's like a deep purple. It's got these waves along the side, so it's textured waves, kind of ridges. There's like a little subtle
Mm.
glitteriness to it.
Ooh. Malika, is that what makes it summery? Does it feel like a summer vibe or is it just a cup that you
I think
really
it's
like?
just a cup that I liked. because they had other ones
Okay.
that were reading more beach, but this
Yeah.
purple's my favorite color,
Yes, mine too.
and it's got a green, like, turquoise straw. What's funny is that maybe a week after buying it, I dropped it coming out of the car,
Ugh.
and it broke,
Oh,
and I was just,
no.
like, the lowest of low because I
Oh, no.
love this cup so much, was so excited, and it was kind of a clean break, like, the insulation came out from the outer casing, and gold star to Norm. He was like, "I think I can fix that." He's like, "I've got a
Oh.
UV glue light, something, something." I don't know, he found a way, and now it's, like, new again.
I thought the end of that story was gonna be, so I went and bought a new one.
No,
I didn't expect it to go
I
that
was
way.
thinking about it, but I actually used it broken for a couple weeks. But he did follow through and he fixed it. But we've talked about, like, having cups for different seasons and just how fun that
Yes.
is.
Yes.
So, pick a summer cup, stay hydrated however you need to stay hydrated, but really kinda connect to that cup.
That's very encouraging, Malika, because I'm here using the same cup I've been using in the winter. What am I even doing? Like, why do I
You have
have
to move
this
on.
this cup? What am I doing? It's time to move on. You have inspired me to purchase another cup. Immediately. So, the next time we talk, I hope to have my summer
You
beverage
have a
cups
good
in.
summer cup. You have, like, a pink textured one.
It's purple
Okay.
and it is textured, but I want a new one.
Alright.
And that one's not insulated.
Okay.
It's the style with the straw
Yeah.
in it, and I have 2 of those tall cups that have straws in them. They're both from Disneyland. One is Peter Pan themed, one is purple textured, but that's just to keep by my bed.
Okay.
So it doesn't really travel, just goes to my bed, but I need that cup that can keep the ice really
Yeah.
cold, and we can have a whole episode just about cups. I have feelings about Stanleys and, like, we can really get into it, but let's just end it
Alright.
there. I will purchase a new summer cup inspired by your recommendation.
Alright. Well, thank you for listening to this episode. You can find our show notes in the episode description.
If you like us, rate, review, and tell a friend, and don't forget to follow us. We'd love to hear what's making you happier. Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com.
Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum, and our theme music was created by Norm Amandi.
You can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com. All right, Malika, see you tomorrow at Camp Pod.
See you at Camp Pod, Azizi. Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.